Danmachi Season 4 Part 2 Episode 3, or is it try to pick up girls in a dungeon Season 4 Part 2 Episode 3. What a long name I have to say. We had so many tense moments, so many good interactions, so many great action scenes. Yeah, this episode was definitely the better one out of the, well, three I guess you can say that we have had until now. I hope the episodes can keep up like this episode because this episode is really, I guess you can say, the bar. Not that the past episodes have been bad. The past episodes have been also really good, really high, but this episode was a step above the last two episodes. We saw basically the main party fight the floor boss. I guess you can say that is the main theme or topic, the main thing that happened in the episode because we got a little bit from Bell and from Ryuu at the start, a little bit about Ryuu's backstory in the start, but that was just it, a couple of minutes, and then the whole rest of the episode was just the main party fighting the floor boss. And we see how the main party is actually struggling, but in a good way. They're actually not giving up. They're actually giving their best. And yeah, because of that, they actually get to defeat the floor boss, the Amphitheater. I don't remember exactly its name, but it's something like that. And yeah, like I said, because of that, they get to defeat the floor boss. Maybe if they didn't have that courage, they wouldn't have been able to defeat the floor boss. Because yeah, it takes courage to actually, stand before the floor boss and fight. And yeah, we see how the people that were supposedly dead in the last episode actually contribute a lot to them winning. We see how Mikoto is there basically drowning, but at the same time powering up and fighting the fish that are basically biting her. But even with all of that, even with her drowning, even with her being bit, she still uses her power to basically make the monster not move. And we also saw Haruhime, how she also used her Uchide no Kazukuchi, something like that. It's a weird name, I don't remember. But yeah, she used her power to again power up, in this case, Aisha herself, for her to cut the second head of the floor boss. Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. A pretty good sequence of action and scenes. Now, let me revert back to the beginning because I haven't said anything about the beginning. So, in the beginning, we see how Bell and Ryu are basically taking turns to fight the deep floor monsters, and we see how Ryu is actually really struggling. I was speaking in the last episode review that she was actually struggling, and yeah, we can clearly see that in this episode because we see how she was basically dead if not for Bell, which is really interesting because in one episode we see that if not for you, Bell will be already dead. In this episode we see the opposite. So yeah, I guess you can say they are taking turns in saving their lives, which I guess is expected given the position they're in. And yeah, we see how although Ryu is actually really hurt and is actually almost basically dead, she still put up a decent fight against the school ship. She actually defeated two of them, and when the third came, Belle was there to rescue her. And now it's her turn to basically rest because Belle is now the one being in guard, if you can call it like that. So yeah, I mean, I say it almost in every episode, but yeah, they are definitely in a really tough position. They are really toughing it out, and any wrong movement, any wrong plan, and they are basically dead. They are pushed to the limits right now because they have to rest 5 minutes, then they have to get up and fight, and then do that again. I mean, it gets tiresome, it gets really hard. So yeah, definitely an extreme situation from them. And we all thought that the main party had it bad, trying to defeat the floor boss, struggling to defeat the floor boss. But in a way, the position that Ryu and Bell are in is even worse because they have literally no option than to do that. Because if they don't do that, they are basically dead. So yeah, I mean, even a worse situation for them too than the main party. Not that the main party has it easy or anything like that, because like I said again, we see in this episode that they are actually struggling a lot, and there were a couple of times where they could have easily died. So yeah, but I guess the main thing that came out of this episode, or at least what I think it is the main thing that came out of this episode, is that of the main party going to save Bell. I was speculating all this time if Bell was going to get help or if he was going to have to basically in his own way get out of the deep floors. But no, I mean, they're actually going down there to in a way save him. I don't think the main party, Aisha and all the other ones know where Bell exactly is. I don't think they know that he's in the deep floors. They just mentioned that they want to go and save Bell and they head to the 26th floor. But like I said already, I don't think they know where exactly he's in. Maybe when they find out that he's actually in a worse position than they thought, I don't know what they will think. Maybe they will want to head back. I doubt it, to be honest. But yeah, I think they are definitely going to be surprised when they find out if they don't already know, which I don't think they do, but yeah. I mean, the reason why they are heading down to the 26th floor is in big part thanks to Cassandra. I know it can get tiresome sometimes hearing Cassandra saying the same things over and over and, you know, having to remind herself of the prophecies she made. But I mean, in a way, she saved basically everybody's life today because they were actually going to head to the 24th floor or the 25th, whatever they are. And yeah, I mean, she actually did that. She actually saved basically everybody because they were actually dead. We saw the other people that were trying to get out of there actually died. And yeah, if not for her, they're all basically dead. So although she gets tiresome, she gets to be a little bit repetitive sometimes. I mean, she did her job this time. She did actually a good thing and a really good thing at that. Oh, and by the way, we also saw some flashbacks from Ryu's story. Really interesting flashbacks. Not anything important, but yeah, just normal flashback when she was in the Astrea family. I guess you can say she's wanting to have that again. And another thing that was clearly demonstrated in this episode was that of Daphne's character development, because we see her from not trusting that much Cassandra to trusting her and actually listening to her, because when Cassandra was actually at the edge, you know, was actually imploring them to go to the 26th floor, she actually listened. She actually listened to Cassandra. So yeah, big character development for her. And I also have no doubt that whenever they get out of the dungeon, they are actually going to level up all of them. I know some of them are in level 2, some others are in level 4, Aisha, Bell. So yeah, especially now that they're all heading down to the deep floors, which by the way, I don't exactly know what to call the floors that are below the 37th floor, because in some subtitles they are called the deep floors, in others they are called the lower floors. I will keep calling them the deep floors, you know, the floors that are below the 37th floor, and the floors that are between the 25th and the 36th floors, the lower floors. So yeah, we'll keep calling them like that just for future reference. I just wanted to say that. But yeah, I think I said pretty much everything that happened in the episode. A really straightforward episode because it was mainly action center focused. Yeah, really great episode, little character development here and there, and overall pretty excited for the next episode. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my review, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.